Hey gang, welcome back for another week's treatment of
Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
Yours truly.
Abigail too.
Yes, and we are in Sierra Madre, California. It's a neighboring city to Monrovia. It's up in the foothills, a little higher up elevation, but not by much. Just a straight shot up Santa Anita, and you'll find Sierra Madre Boulevard. And we're in the historic cemetery here, and we're just going to take a quick little walk through here and just see what it's all about. Also some funny stories from my own past regarding this cemetery and what's directly next to it.
Rob almost died one time and was buried alive.
I thought I was going to die, but
he was buried alive, and then they realized he was not dead, so they unburied him.
Yeah. Indeed.
Because of the chain, you know, back in the old days.
Yeah, the old days in the early 1980s.
1880s, more like it.
Yeah, sometimes I think so. Anyways, all right, so stay tuned and we're going to get into it. All right, see you in a minute. Door giving you a bit of trouble there, Mrs. Smith?
Yeah. My exit wasn't very graceful, I'll just say that.
Well, the door wasn't graceful, but you always are.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
I'll take that.
So, what do we have here?
This is a pioneer cemetery of Sierra Madre, so I'm assuming it's where all the pioneers that came to Sierra Madre. And Rob can probably explain this better, but the founding of the San Gabriel Valley was by Lucky Baldwin. And I think he owned quite a bit of land here.
He did.
In Sierra Madre.
Yeah.
Along with Pasadena. Not Pasadena, was it Pasadena?
That was Huntington, I believe.
Harry Huntington, but Monrovia was owned by Lucky Baldwin. I think parts of Arcadia. There's
most of Arcadia.
Most of Arcadia.
Yeah.
There's the Arboretum in Arcadia, and that's actually where I think Lucky Baldwin lived, where his home was at.
His homestead was there. He also built the Queen Anne for his second wife.
Yeah.
That was also used in the series Fantasy Island.
Fantasy Island, yeah. And then going back to Harry Huntington, there's the Huntington Library in Sierra Madre, no, San Marino. That's his homestead. So we do have 2 complimentary tickets to that museum and library. So maybe we'll do a future outing with that.
Maybe
so
we'll have to see if they allow YouTube videos there. They can be protective of certain things, but well,
maybe if it's done outside and not inside.
Possibly. Yeah, for sure.
I love cemeteries and I think I've always loved cemeteries for some reason, even when I was very young. And you know, Rob and I got married at a cemetery. We got married at Glendale Forest Lawn Cemetery. We're going to be celebrating our 10th wedding anniversary next month, and that particular cemetery that we were married in, we didn't get married on a grave. We got actually married in a chapel. And a lot of famous Hollywood stars were married there and also buried there. And yeah, we're thinking about doing a video there too. That would be kind of cool. So, but yeah, come and walk around with us.
Yep. Okay. It's a charming little spot. It's a very modest little cemetery. It's actually smaller than Monrovia's cemetery over on Duarte Road. But
kind of oldest graves.
Well, I don't know. This one looks like it's pretty old.
Carter, Nathaniel Carter.
1904.
No, 1840 to 1904.
Yeah. I just mentioned the death date. Yeah. There we go. So that's pretty cool. I don't know much history about those here in Sierra Madre, who founded it, but I know it was founded or incorporated in 1901. Not a bad place to call one's final resting place.
Oh, look at that sculpture on that one.
Yeah.
Look how pretty that is. Howie. Cone? How? Harvey and Alice. Daddle and Monty. Okay. 1933 and 1952. You should pan right here next to the...
Yeah, I will. Wow. 1873 to 1933. 1880 to 1952. That's seeing a lot of development, a lot of history. But yeah, the work on the granite is pretty Victorian in style.
What about this Amy Ullman? April 23rd, 1895 to April 20th, 1918. I bet she died of the Spanish flu.
It's possible.
Yeah, she died 3 days before her birthday.
It's very possible.
Wow. Is that 1813 or 1913?
It looks like we might have a Civil War veteran up here. We'll take a careful step around here not to do anything that we shouldn't. Be mindful. This looks like a very early marble stone. Wow, yeah. Kate C., wife of E.H. Freema, daughter of L.L. Ferry, age 20, is that 29 years? 1886? That is a very early stone. You can check that out. Wow.
Oh, baby Jeffrey. October 26, 1981? Oh, okay.
A little more recent. Anyways, let's just mosey over here. Now there's a funny story about this cemetery in my own history, and I'll get into that in just a second. So if you notice, there's a swimming pool there. That is the old Sierra Madre public pool, and the tall structure next to it was added on in the early 2000s. Before that, it was all just a single-story brick mid-century structure. That's what I remember when I was a kid. My parents took me here for swimming lessons, and the shallow octagonal pool to the east is where we started out as just little kids, in the shallow end there, and they were taught, you know, some general swimming principles, and then at the end of the lesson we would be escorted across to the big pool, the Olympic pool. It appears they've taken down the diving boards. They don't have a high dive anymore. I guess those are illegal for or I guess safety purposes, but they used to have a high dive there. And well, they got all the kids to jump off the high dive into the awaiting arms of our instructress, and she would encourage us to jump and you know, finish the course. Well, I was very difficult. I did not want to do that. I was very timid. I was probably only 3 years old, and well, there we go. I had to, because she threatened me that I'd end up in this cemetery here, right next door to the pool.
That's my kind of teacher.
I don't think they could hear you, babe. So yeah, I was threatened at a very young age that I'd end up in the Sierra Madre cemetery if I did not cooperate and take the plunge.
Two things. Number one, I'd say the same thing. Number two, my kind of teacher.
Yeah, and this is why there's therapists.
You're mean.
She was mean.
Good.
She was a teenager teaching little kids.
Good. I like it. A moody teenager saying you're going to end up in the cemetery if you don't swim.
Yeah. Yeah, that's great. Well, at any rate, that's a fun story. Still laugh about it. But yeah, it's kind of crazy to see the place, how it's changed over the years. It's kind of funny. There's a parking lot down here, but there's a warehouse. And I've been in that warehouse because there was an estate sale there once, and they had a bunch of old stuff. I think I have a few things I bought there, but it was kind of funny. I don't know what it is now, but it says it's open.
And it's a rose float. Isn't something rose float on?
Oh, I think they do construct rose floats for the
Madre.
city of Sierra Madre there. Yeah, that makes sense. But you know, it's kind of a nice day. It's slightly sunny. It's got some party clouds. It did rain overnight. There seems to be a theme lately with rain and Sundays. It's been really hard to do content on Sundays.
We want to make videos.
Well, that's Sundays, yes.
That doesn't include like staying at home.
Indeed. What do we got over here? I think these two are veterans here. Yeah. World War I.
Full stop. I like that.
Army nurse. Army nurse.
Army nurse.
World War I. October 29th to 1891 to September 16th, 1982.
Wow.
That's quite the life. Almost made it to 100. Wow. There's a few older ones here. It's all kind of, you know, all over the place. Here's one, World War II, U.S. Air Force, Army. Oh, actually Korea. Yeah. Interesting. And this one's missing its stone. That's unfortunate. But yeah. What do you think of Sierra Madre Cemetery there?
Moi?
Oh yeah.
Yeah?
I'm not asking the dog.
Oh, Abby, do you like the cemetery? Oh, look, there's a little handprint and her dog's, the little person's name is Abby.
Oh.
I like it. I think it's, you know, we've been to quite a bit of cemetery, especially ones in like Vermont and Boston. And this kind of does have a little bit of that vibe where it's kind of, I don't want to say run down, but I want to say like kind of very old and spooky. I wouldn't want to be here at night, or maybe I will. But I like it.
Yeah, it's very peaceful.
It kind of reminds me of the cemetery over in, what is it called? Where Hattie McDaniel's buried. That was over in LA.
In East LA, yeah. What was the name of that cemetery? I forget.
Born March 1st, 1854. Died May 6th, 1884.
Oh yeah. That's before the city was incorporated by a good 20 years. Almost.
That's the Adams, that's an old one.
It is. It was a prominent family here. Sorry about the shadows. The sunlight's not very kind.
Yeah, I know the one in Altadena.
Oh.
The mausoleum.
Yeah. Mountain View? Yeah, that would be a good place to go to. Mountain View is pretty spectacular. Okay. We're going to go back to the car. We'll go to the next spot. We'll show you a little bit of downtown Sierra Madre. And you can see some of the historic structures there. So we'll see you soon.
Cool house, old houses.
And we're heading towards the main drag, which would be Baldwin. We'll come down Baldwin and we'll check it out. Here's Baldwin.
That is a crazy looking church there.
Yup. It is Sunday. It's busy.
Church day.
Go over real quick and let that guy pass. I didn't see him making his left there.
While we're looking, we can look at some old cool old houses.
Yeah, there's some great architecture in Sierra Madre. Funny. Could be yours for a very small fortune. Beantown here. Nice little local coffee shop. A lot of arts. This is kind of an artist community.
Yeah.
Here.
I would say
Sierra
so.
Madre Independent Honda Service. That's an old garage there.
One time, a very long time ago, I got a job.
Hold on to that story real quick. Here's the old hotel, Shirley. That's been here since 1901.
See that pharmacy there? F that pharmacy. I worked there for 1 week, and that MFer fired me because it wasn't a right fit. When I actually think that his wife probably didn't like a, you know, at the time, young lady working there.
You're still young.
I'm still bitter about that.
Yes, you are.
Stupid dude.
Anyways.
Balding guy.
Yes. Now you married one.
Well, okay. I mean, I do like Rob Bolt, but that's a pretty archway. Look at that.
There's the old Madre Theater.
What are they playing? See Elizabeth Taylor, February 10th, and Princess Diana. Okay, does that mean the zombie apocalypse is gonna happen?
Here's the only place in town. That's the local restaurant. You can pay a little bit. Yeah. You're slouching, camera lady.
Hey, I'm not getting paid for this.
Neither am I.
Kidding. Memorial Park. I've been inside this old folks home here. It smells like baked goods. It's really good. I've been there for my job. And
hardware store. It's Ace Hardware back there.
yeah, that's cool. And then coming up is the fabulous Taco Ensenada.
Originally it was an old KFC.
Yeah, but this place is really good. It's like the best ever. I was very fascinated by our car.
The old dry cleaners. Go down and come up and then finish our tour through downtown. You can see the other side of the street.
And a pod and an outhouse. Look at that. You don't see that every day. And a mattress. Look at that. Those are treasures.
To someone, maybe.
Not very vintage. That's a cute little humble home.
Someone took a bite out of that basketball hoop backboard.
Yikes.
Someone was hungry.
Yeah. They're like, I am craving a basketball board. Oop. That's an old church here. Super cool. You know?
As you can see, it's a pretty simple little community. Now, why they have a Wells Fargo with the
ATM?
the ATM that you can pull any kind of, any kind of bill out of here and not Monrovia, I don't know. But anyways, there's the old cafe there.
And cute little shops. Attitude shop there. I got plenty of that.
Very fitting.
The Buccaneer.
There's a couple of liquor stores here, surprisingly. That might be a telling sign, but I don't know.
Everyone's drunk.
Yeah.
They're like, we need two liquor stores.
There's Happy's, which is the coolest with the old
And
neon sign.
I would be happy to get booze there too.
There's Taylor's Old Fashioned Market that's like always closed
Yeah.
for whatever reason.
Established 1966. I don't think that's old fashioned, guys.
It is. I'm old-fashioned. I'm from 1978. Here's a Sinclair. It might not be the decade that we appreciate, but it's old now.
Yes, indeed, it is old.
Some beautiful oak trees, magnolia trees, beautiful craftsman palms. It's little homes. Take the left onto Orange Grove. We'll pull over for a second and wrap up our Sunday tour. Hey, okay, so hope you guys enjoyed Sierra Madre. What did you guys think? Leave a comment and let us know what you thought of our northern little, slightly western sleepy town, Sierra Madre.
Excursion.
Yeah.
And we do want to go to Pasadena, and we want to explore more outside of our neck of the woods. So we're in the works for that. And at the end of the month, we're going on the 25th. We're going to San Pedro at the Fort MacArthur Museum for the Great Los Angeles Air Raid. We will be taking the Dodge with us, and not Abby, though. Abby's going to a babysitter because dogs are not allowed, and there's lots of boom booms going on.
Yeah, a lot of fireworks, and it's also very cold.
It gets to get very cold, and
yeah.
she's a Goldilocks. But we will, next Saturday, Alex Mendham, the British band leader, he will be performing at Cicada. He's a friend of ours, so we probably will do a little short video there. That should be fun. And so yeah, that's a wrap.
Indeed it is.
And like, share, and subscribe, or else.
We sure appreciate it. And definitely comment. We like to answer comments as well, and get the feedback and interact with our growing subscriber base. So with that being said, stay tuned for next time, and we'll be seeing you guys at the movies. All right, bye-bye.